Hey there, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL. It's great to be with you again on another wonderful evening. Today's Sunday, July 17th. In case you guys don't know what today is, it is National Lottery Day. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and pick for the Mega Million at 530 million. That's in New Jersey. I'm not sure what it is in other states. And then they've also got the power series, which is a little bit lower. I think only 89 million. So definitely check that. And it's National Ice Cream Day. So great to have all that. 2 days today. So really good. There's a QR code at the top right. You see that QR code? Great that you see that. Take your phone, point at it, scan it. Use that to be directed over to, yes, my link tree, which has lots of great information about me and how you can check out lots of that great free content, including John's daily National Day video. Every day I have a video of the day. When there's two things happening on the day, then I go ahead and I do basically two things. So I want to thank you very much for popping by here tonight because we have a great show. And if you are coming back, well, welcome back, my friends, colleagues, and wonderful associates. Thank you so much for being here. We are talking about the master topic, how to understand others. Oh, if that is not a loaded question, I don't know what is. So you might have heard the word before. You just don't understand me. So when somebody says you don't understand me, what does it mean? Well, what it really means is that you are not you're not listening to them, okay? And you're doing things your own way, which although that might seem okay, it's going to annoy some people. Unfortunately, it's going to really annoy some people. And thus, when it annoys people, well, it's going to cause them to not want to communicate with you. Unfortunately, not your fault, but it happens. So, how do we understand others? Well, we talked the other day about, becoming genuinely interested, make sure we say their name properly, we get them to say it. But then also, I think it's about being in the moment. So be here and enjoy the moment. Don't go somewhere else. And so when you think about the moment, right? The moment's pretty cool. And so I can tell you that when you think about a moment, you can be so very grateful. You guys know I'm grateful all the time. But when we think about a moment in life, I want you to think about everything that's encapsulating in that moment, right? And so, how do we understand others? Well, we have to first understand ourselves. That's number one. When we understand ourselves, right, and how we communicate and all that great stuff, then we can understand others. You see, if we get words across to the other person and we don't know ourselves what we're saying, well, it's going to confuse the other person. I mean, a lot. And they're going to grow frustrated. They're going to grow tired. They're like, I don't know what to do. I have no idea of what to do. And so, what do you think we can do to help that? Well, I think the one thing we can do is to really embrace our moment. How do we embrace a moment? That's not so easy. If someone said to me how to embrace a moment, um, so I think that would be things like smiling, right? Appreciating the moment and being grateful for this moment, the moments of the past, and the moments that are coming in the future. Love the moment. Don't worry. Okay? Just enjoy and have a moment of bliss. When we become connected to ourselves, we find that others want to connect with us. I mean, that's really the name of the game. And so when you think about that, should have no problem. Okay? No problem at all. But being in the moment is something a lot of people say they want to do, but they really don't do it. So let's talk about what not being in the moment would be. Well, let's say I'm talking to you right now, but I'm thinking about what I'm going to make tomorrow for dinner or something. I'm not in the moment with you guys, right? I'm focused with you for our time. That is so very vital because when you focus on the moment, other people can tell that you are on the moment. How to understand others. So understand yourself first, focus on the moment. Okay? And then really listen to the person. Now, a lot of people listen, they're like, okay, I'm going to listen. And then they're like waiting. Okay, when's it going to stop? When's she going to stop? And you're like trying to almost like you're trying to get into a play on a sports team, right? Or a defense tackle. You're like trying to get in there. And that's not what it's about. It's about listening. And then at the end, ask your question if you have one. You shouldn't have a question already in your head until they finish. Because then you're going to become very anxious about that question, right? You're going to become anxious about it. Now, I know that you have a lot that you probably want to say to the person. Let them share what they want to share with you. Okay? Make eye contact with them. And when you make eye contact, you have to understand that it shouldn't be like this. It should be more like, I'm on camera with you, so I give you eye contact all the time. But a lot of times when they give too strong of eye contact, it causes a problem in people's lives. A really big problem. Think about how you're going to understand others. And the way you're going to understand others is by being in the moment, by embracing the moment, and by, yes, enjoying and living the moment. This sounds crazy, doesn't it? It's not, I assure you. When you are in the moment, you love the moment, you live the moment, other people can see, and time seems to just go like that because you're having a great time. Have you ever gone out somewhere, maybe it was a amusement park or whatever, and you went there like, oh, gee, what happened the whole day? Well, because you were constantly busy, you were doing things, you lost track of time, but time still kept ticking away. But then you bond place like, oh, I got to be here another hour. I got to be here 2 more hours. I still got to work it. So, okay, that's an example of something you don't want to do. But that probably means you had a job. And I've told you before that you don't want to have a job. You want to have something you're passionate about. Now, I get it when you're younger that maybe you're going to work at a job. And we've all done that. But when you're passionate about what you're doing, you will never work a day in your life. That's pretty cool. Understanding others is like allowing your coffee or tea to steep or brew, and then being able to take in that aroma, can tell that it's not too hot, and just sip it slowly and enjoy and breathe that in. Maybe a great glass of wine. You're going to first take the wine. I remember when I first time I drank wine and somebody was explaining how you're supposed to drink it properly. You have your goblet, they pour the wine in it, then you're supposed to look at it, savor it. And that was actually my first wine tasting that I went to, not the first time I had wine. And then I brought it to my nose, and then I just sipped it, savored it in my mouth a little bit, and then swallowed. So to understand others, you need to savor the moment. I said love the moment, live the moment, savoring it, almost like a piece of candy. And so when we can savor a moment, the person's like, hey, this person's really interested in me. They really like what I'm talking about. I know. It can be a little crazy, but I would tell you not to get excited or to get upset or to get angry if you're not understanding the other at the moment. There might be something in their day that went wrong, so just do what you're doing. And next time you come in contact with them, I bet you it's probably going to be better. They might be nervous connecting with you the very first time. That happens. A lot of people can't speak. They don't want to talk in front of someone. So when you're there, and you're listening. When they finish speaking, maybe they said, well, I loved to go swimming when I was younger. Oh, swimming. Oh, that's great. What kind of swimming? And so now you fed on their question and you just fueled further. And now their eyes lit up. It's like, well, I was on the freshman varsity team for 2 years. Basically, in my junior and senior year, I was freshman and sophomore year, I was on the JV team. My junior and senior year, I was on the varsity team, and loving and living life so much. To be a varsity player as a junior is amazing, and to do it for 2 years, because some people don't make varsity usually until they're seniors. So why do you want to understand others? Well, it's important because then you can have a connection with them. When you have a connection with them, you can build trust. When you build trust, you're able to have conversations. They're able to let you into their circle. They're able to share things with you that they'd only share with their small group of friends. Now, I know this sounds like it takes a lot of work. It does. But I can promise you that when you choose to love, live, and enjoy every single moment of your life, not just when you're with somebody, but when you're alone, love, live, and love every one of those moments, because when you do, it's like other moments come to you and you're so grateful for those moments. So before we can understand others tonight, the big message is we need to understand ourselves first. And so by understanding ourselves, then we're ready to put out that love, to put out that concern, to put out that care, that compassion. We cannot do this unless we love and live life. I sign off every day with all of my content that I create on my social media. Love life, live life, enjoy life, love. And you might say, John, love life. It means to savor it, to treasure it in a very, very special way. And when you can treasure life in a very special way, that's when the magic starts to happen. It's the people that try to run to the finish line before they even had a chance to learn what kind of runway there was, or what kind of furlongs, or what kind of horses, or what the track was supposed to be like. They missed the point. I'll give you an example. Many of you know that I competitively sailed for many years. I started sailing when I was like 6 or 7. Really enjoyed it. And by the time I was about 8 or 9, I was already crewing. And then within a year later or two, I then became my own skipper, which means that you run your own boat in the race. And it's kind of like not understanding the course. So we had different courses, and I'm not going to bore you with all the logistics, but there's like 3 buoys usually. And you have to know how to approach each buoy, and you can't hit the buoy. If you don't understand where the wind's coming from, and you don't understand how to go around the buoy, you don't understand how close you can get based on the wind, well, that's going to be a problem. And if you don't understand that, and you wait for the race to start, that's a problem, serious problem. You need to understand the wind. One thing I was taught by many people in sailing was that, John, before you even get on that boat, the first thing you need to do is figure out where the heck the wind's coming from. If you don't know where the wind's coming from, how are you ever going to put that gift into your boat, into your sail, to let you sail on the wind, with the wind, right? But you never sail into the wind. When you sail into the wind, that's going into irons. That means the wind's coming directly over the bow of your boat, and you can't go anywhere if that happens. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you again this evening. Please be sure to like, love, support my channel, and comment below. Yes. How do you understand others? And what does it mean? Do you understand yourself? And then what I would love you to do is tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. And then, of course, go to my YouTube channel and click on the PayPal link and make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We're so grateful with those ice cream cones, lemonades, and delicious savory pieces of watermelon that you give us, that we'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational, inspirational content on this planet and the others. So thank you so much for watching tonight. I appreciate you checking all my great content and passing it on to your friends and colleagues so that you can become a better version of yourself and you can help other people, yes, become better versions of themselves. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.